Let's make a comfy, whimsy celestial jacket using the worst material ever. I told you it was a very annoying fabric to work with. Bonjour! I have a secret love for velvet. Well, not so secret now, and you may or may not know, but it is one of the worst fabric to sew with. Is that going to stop me? No. I take it as a personal challenge to get better with it, and I like to suffer for you. Also, I really want to make something cool and whimsy. I've struggled with it recently, and one day, I will make the perfect velvet project, with finishing so good it looks like it's coming from a haute couture house. Is it today? Well, I don't know. The video has just started, so maybe? Just keep watching and let's go to the sewing room. On my last shopping trip in Paris, because yes, I get my fabrics in Paris. Oui? It's like 3 hours away by train. I like trains. Anyways, let me know if you ever want me to give you a tour in Paris, because I lived there for 15 years. So I have these velvet. I really love the color. I think they are so smooth and elegant, and they drape so well. And they were cheap. Anyways, and one of my favorite color pairing is blue and gold, or turquoise and gold, or black and gold, or white and gold. I like gold. Let's find some. Okay. No, that's for furniture. This color is so pretty. So we have little moons, big moons, some suns or stars, and all these little trinkets. I don't know if I'm going to use most of them, maybe just the stars. Now, another thing that I have on hand is my sewing machine, which is also an embroidery machine. I haven't used the embroidery capacities a lot, but I have it, and it is expensive, so I want to try to make something work with this. Because with embroidery, you can design basically anything. And as I'm hoarding little trinkets all the time, my drawers are overflowing with them. Whenever I found a good deal or I found some of them at a thrift shop, I just buy everything in the hope that someday it would be useful. Which maybe today it has, for like 0.5% of all my stuff. But I've also been doing that with embroidery files that I scatter around the internet, which means we have a lot of possibilities with this. Let's go design in the office because I need my computer. So let's design this thing. I have done some research and I made a few mood boards. Let's see what we have. I have talked about them before and you've seen me using this tool, and it is Milanote, and I'm very happy to say that they are sponsoring this video as well. If you don't know, Milanote is a tool for organizing your creative projects. It's an online canvas designed to help you plan, brainstorm and collaborate on ideas. So right now I'm using it for this jacket. Usually for a project I start with a mood board. Whenever I find something inspiring online, I save it. It could be an outfit that I want to recreate, like completely, or just an element, or a vibe, or a technique that I want to explore. With this tool you can add notes, images, video, lists, all in one place. You can also write things and do sketches, even write on the image, if you want to highlight the details that are of interest on the picture. It is perfect for creatives like myself because it allows you to organize your idea perfectly. You can do that visually in a way that really makes sense to you and to the specific project you're working on. You can adapt the layout to different kind of processes. My mood board is actually a subboard of the main project. Here I kind of put together all the main components in one place. I can put all the detailed tasks that I need to do. This is a rough sketch of where I want to place the decoration. I've also made a section about the machine embroidery because that's the technique that I really want to explore on this project. There are little tables if you want to add budgets. I'm trying to see if I can time how long the embroidery will take. You can add links of material that you need. I've also added video tutorials for my specific machine and the list of embroidery files that I already have that will be perfect for this jacket. Milanote makes starting a new project easy with over 100 built-in templates available for every type of creative project. And if you are working with people on your project, you can share it and it's like a visual brainstorm. Or you can give each other feedback on the project, share links or relevant information. You can collaborate in real time. Finally, Milanote is available for free with no time limit. So you can sign up for a free Milanote account with the link in the description. Thank you Milanote for sponsoring this video, and I think we have enough information to start working on the project. Let's go back to the sewing room. And we are back. Let's put this one to work. But before that, we need a pattern. And with the design that we did, I was thinking to use my shirt actually. Look how wide and comfy it is. And not many seams, which is what we want with velvet. Chai latte. So let's see what we have with the machine. I've taken out the threads that could match with this project. We have a few golds, white, silver, gray, blue, maybe brown. And I want to try this interfacing, which is soluble. I've never done that. Ew, it kind of feels like dead skin. I'm going to try the lion with a sun. Probably this light gray for the lion with gold on the little stars. And I'll try, and for this one, maybe gold and brown to make it look like old brass. I don't know, we are testing out. So, this is working. I have to stay close by in case there is a thread snapping and I have to replace it. I hope it's not too loud on the microphone. Is it okay? Anyways, let's work on the pattern, which will be kind of this. French. So J'ai des beaux visions. Ça va? Okay. Next color. So let's trace the pattern of this jacket. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Oui. Oui. Tu participes? Ok. Regarde, là c'est la manche. Tu m'écoutes? Là c'est la manche. Voilà. Et là c'est le bas. Ok? T'as vu? J'ai copié le patron de la chemise. Tu vois? We have the back, we have the front. Probably I'm gonna make it longer. I can always make it shorter later. Finished pattern and finished test piece. So this is what is left of the soluble thing. Blech. This part is the interfacing that is supposed to be ripped away, but it's kind of annoying to do. But this is already looking so pretty. Oh, this is going to be amazing. So this part was made with the ripped interfacing, this part with the soluble interfacing, and this one is just no interfacing. And as you can see, there is a lot of puckering, and the circle is not even circling. So I can't get away with no interfacing. But this is looking so nice already. Now we need to cut the velvet. But I'm going to cut it way wider, and I'm going to trace the seam allowance with thread. That way it's not going to move, because chalk on velvet, nope. And when I have the general shape, I can place all the constellation and the suns to make sure that it fits all around the body and it's in the right place. But it is going to look very cool, like a wizard. Well, I'm sorry, this is time to eat. Oui. Oui. I will see you tomorrow. Bon appétit. Good morning! The sky is grey, it is a bit rainy, but that's okay because I'm gonna spend another day of cozy sewing, besides the super loud machine. Also, let me introduce my new creation. I'm trying to learn crochet. It was pleasant to make, but I think I miscalculated a bit. It's okay, I guess it's kind of a blanket, we'll see. I don't know how to finish it. Maybe I should like fold the edges or add a sort of elastic at the wrist. Kind of like this. I don't know, I'm working on it. But it's very pleasant. I see the appeal in crochet and knitting. These are the pattern pieces, the front and the back. Let's cut the velvet. I've had a lot of comments when I redid this table about how I iron now, because I destroyed the ironing table. And it is only a temporary solution now because I don't know what I want. So the iron is actually here. I can plug it here. And the table is the old table, but I put it like here. We'll see how efficient that is. I might do something here or over there. We'll see. Could be pretty nice to maybe have it here, like this. Or, you know, something that is on the wall, on a hinge, and I can just plop the table, so you could save some space. I don't know, I'm gonna try. I mean, your workspace is kind of a work in progress all the time, and you adapt it to your different uses. I'm open to suggestions. Well, that was quick. I changed my mind about the ironing. I just went in the garage to get this table, and I'm putting the ironing on it. I will find a solution. You want to try to avoid crushing the velvet by ironing it directly on the table. What I do is holding it in one place and just using the steam of the iron on it. I told you it was a very annoying fabric to work with. So with the line marked, I'm gonna start on the embroidery. On the test pieces we had beige and light gold, silver and dark blue, shiny yellow and brown, and here gray and dark gold. There isn't a big difference between beige and yellow and even silver, so I'm gonna use the yellow for the images of the constellation, and this gold is the brighter one, so I think this is a good combination. And while I need to finish marking with threads all the rest of the pieces, I'm gonna start on the embroidery because it is going to take a while. So I think I want to have all the constellation like a circle around the head, with more gold around the neckline, and then it goes into the darkness of space. And what's good about that is that I can place them wherever I want. Let's start with the constellation of the Great Bear. How nice it is. This is gonna be awesome. Now this one. We already have 5 on the front. I'm gonna start adding on the back and more until I don't have any constellations left. Constellation of the Aquarius and of the Puppy Doggo. Lion Crab. Bleh. I have only 2 constellations left. These are the fronts. This is one of the back and the other is currently working. I think I'm gonna sew the shoulders, the center back, so I have it in one piece and I can finish the embroidery here and add a whole bunch of stars on the center.
The next day.
So, I was up really late last night because I've made a few breakthroughs. First of all, on the jacket I want to add like a trim all around the neckline. So I tried to design it with the software and it is so poorly made. I feel like it's a software from 1995 that hasn't been updated. The whole thing could be like just an option in Adobe Illustrator. But no, basic functions are like a nightmare. So it took me hours to do like super basic stuff, but I think I've managed and I've designed something that I can just design my own trim, which I'm very excited about. Because this trim, although it's very nice, that's only what I have. So I need to make it something longer. So that's the first thing. Second thing, non, c'est du café, c'est pas bon. The second thing is that I want to sew the velvet, and you know how horrible it is to have on the machine. And recently I was looking online to buy a walking foot, which is very useful to sew velvet. And also things that are very sticky, like leather or vinyl. Anyways, with my previous machine, I wanted to do that. Story time. And I did found a walking foot that was like 100 euros, which was a lot. So I went on AliExpress and I bought a knockoff for like 12. And it kind of worked, but it was not as good. So it kept just messing up the machine and it was actually more pain to work with. So I thought with this nice machine, I'm gonna buy like the actual thing. I went online, searching for all the stuff and the options, and I found it. And it was like 50 euros still. But I kept looking at it deeper and deeper, and I thought, I've seen that before. And behold, it was this. I had one all along. I've had the machine for 2 years, and I had a walking foot. I've been struggling with velvet for no reason. Anyways, all that absolutely fascinating story to tell you that now I can sew the jacket. Let's go! So I even put those two pieces of fabric in different directions of grain, not that many pins, and there isn't any puckering. This is just perfect. I'm so happy about this. I have one more little constellation to add, and then I'm gonna fill up the gaps with some stars, suns, moons, and just random decoration. I want it very dense here, and it goes into like nothing. And after that, a trim all around the front. More embroidery over there. I have to stay close by, so let's get the lining. Black cotton. Front, back. So I've added a sun and moon on the shoulders. I think I'm gonna make a few of those stars. They are about this big, so I can have like one here. This is a placeholder, they are a bit bigger. Yeah, let's add them here. So I've put the embroidery frame on place. It's like the huge one. It's not used to fill up entirely with embroidery, but there are several hooks, so I can have it in different places. I have my star here, so I did already one here, and I can place exactly where I want it. So I don't put all the stars together, I do them one by one, but that way I have like a full control on where they need to be, so they don't go over the other embroidery. And also I have to stay here because I'm using gold thread, and this one just breaks all the time. The gold star looks so nice. So I've done some testing of the different types of stitches that I could do on the velvet using like the regular foot of the sewing machine, and I don't think they look very good. I mean, for this project, like a single star is not super great, and I have to use the interfacing, which means it's stiffening the whole thing, and I have to remove the interfacing for each single star, and when I do that, it kind of messes up the star on the outside. So I think I'm gonna stick to my little charms, adding them here and there. I've tried this stitch, but it looks super bad. I'm gonna remove it. And to add more stars, we just need some beading. I have a lot of these gold ones, but they need to be added by hand. So let's prepare the trim that will go around it, so we can put the machine to work while I work on the hand beading. "5 minutes. It's gonna take forever." And that's a failure. What's going on here? I have to change the design. I did some testing here, trying to add a lot of beads. I've sewed them through a little piece of cotton. It's not too bad, but it makes the velvet a bit like bubbly. If I really wanted to add this as an interfacing, I should have done it before doing any of the embroidery. So I'm gonna skip the beads for now, just adding the little suns, and I think my trim is ready. It is getting very late, so again I thought I would be finished today, but this never happens. We have the base jacket. I've done maybe half of the little suns here, and I have the trim ready. It's going to look super nice, but I'm going to sleep now. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye! The final assembly was kind of a breeze. I added a stiff ribbon as a backing for the trim, but also to make it hold its shape while looking nice from the inside. This walking foot is so amazing to sew the velvet. I'm really happy to have found it. Clippy clippy. It's also useful to add a lining, which is this black cotton, lightweight and comfortable. Then the trim, which is just a straight line, can be attached. Having a straight line around this curved edge makes the trim sit very nicely around the neck. The edges around the opening are pinned in place and sewn by hand, just like closing the lining on the sleeves. Sorry, I forgot to film because I was so tired. But I am done and we can style it. I've tried with different pieces in my wardrobe, mostly black because I think it goes very well with the space theme, so the shiny stars on this skirt are just perfect. A bit of layering here while still being comfortable in a warmer weather. Of course, my Mario star popcorn handbag is just perfect with this. Let's try a bit more fantasy. I'm playing a tiefling in my D&D game, so I'm into horns now. I think it works in its own weird way. What do you think? Maybe you'd prefer to watch this one? Anyways, thank you so much for being here and don't forget to subscribe. Allez, gros bisous.